Hey, I'm ChristopherJMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you have never been here, of course, then welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. Today we are here to talk about a ColourPop Build Your Own palette. This is actually the second one, as you probably saw from the title already, because I have already ordered one of these Build Your Own palettes once before and done a review on it. This is my second one. I will link the first one in a card right here so that you can check that out as well. But this time we are going to review a whole new Build Your Own palette, a whole new set of colors. I believe I'm gonna keep making these palettes and reviewing them and just eventually build up all the colors that I have. Maybe combine them into one big palette if I can ever get a big enough palette to fit them all in. But I kind of like this little series and I think I want to keep doing it. It's fun having the individual shadows that I can play with and the magnetic palettes to put them in. It's just a lot of fun and I enjoy it. So if you would like to see what is inside this ColourPop Build Your Own palette and which size I got and how the color story is and what it looks like on my face, then by all means, keep watching. The first thing I would like to politely ask of you is that you might hit the little red subscribe button right down there and hit the notification bell right beside that subscribe button so that you can be alerted every time I upload a new video. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be really sweet of you and super nice if you did. And honestly, you've probably seen multiple videos at this point, so why not subscribe? There's really no reason for you not to at this point. We're kind of best friends. Okay, so the ColourPop Build Your Own palette. As I said before, this is my second Build Your Own palette. My first one looked a little bit like this. The first one said You're Dreamy and it was like rainbow colored. This one is like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It is textured? I don't know. It looks very modern. It looks to me like, you know those ransom notes where magazines are all cut and put together? That's what it looks like to me. Now, before I open this palette, this one is a 4 face pan and 8 eye pan palette. So it's got the 4 face powders, like highlighter, blush, contour, bronzer, and it's got 8 eyeshadows. The total retail of this Build Your Own palette came to $36 before tax. Tax, it was $38.92. And how this works is you go onto the ColourPop website, obviously, and you pick which palette you want, like which size or what variation of palette you want. You can do like 24 eyeshadows or 6 face pans. I personally really like the 8 eyeshadow 4 face pans because I feel like you get a good variety with it. And how it works is you add in the face pans and the shadow pans into the cart. It knocks each shadow and each face pan to half off. I have never seen the Build Your Own palettes not half off. Each eyeshadow was $2.40, which I believe is half off, and each face pan is $4.20, which I believe is also half off. Now, I did accidentally add in one shade that I already had in my previous palette. It is called Quantum Sleep. I'm still gonna swatch it in this video as well, just so you can see what it looks like again, just in case you don't watch the old video, which I know you did. I know you're going to. There's no reason for me to show you again, but I will anyway, even though I know you're gonna watch the other video anyway because you really wanna watch it. So let's get to the swatches. First, let me show you what this looks like. I love these palettes, guys. This is so cool. And it's just magnetic pans, so you can literally put it in there however you want. You can organize it however you want. For some reason, I always like to put the eyeshadows down the middle and then the face pans on the outside. It's advertised with them separated, like the eyes on one side, the face on the other side. But as you can see, I'm weird and different, so that's how I put them. So starting at the top with the first eyeshadow pan right here, this is called Feathered. This looks like a deep chocolatey brown, and I'm also gonna go into Quantum Sleep right here. This is the one that I already have in my old Build Your Own palette. For some reason, whenever I'm going through online, I just see all the pretty colors and I add them in again. I was trying not to get duplicates, but what can you do? The next shade is Formation. It's like a aquamarine teal kind of color. And then the last shade on this side is called Going Steady. And it's like a brick red almost, I think. Okay, so Feathered. Ooh, wow, that's really soft and very pigmented. And then the duplicate, Quantum Sleep, also very, very beautiful. There's a reason I added it twice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a reason I added it twice. That's gorgeous. Then Formation. the aquamarine blue color, also very pretty. I kind of sheared it out a little bit, but it's there. And then Going Steady, also very pretty. And that's all 4 of those. Ugh, that blue. And then we have the next column. This is Say I Do, very light pinky, peachy kind of color. It's probably not going to show up very much on me. And then the shade Night Show. That's kind of a yellowy gold, more of a olive toned gold. And this beautiful silver here called On a Whimsy. That's just cute, On a Whimsy. And last but certainly not least for the eyeshadows is Thank You Next. And that one is a duochrome copper with a reddish pink shift. So there's Say I Do, which kind of disappears because it's the same color as me, a little more pink. Maybe you can see it. My lights might be too bright. Then Night Show. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Then On a Whimsy. That is so buttery and creamy and beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then Thank You Next. Also very beautiful. And that shift in there is gorgeous. Pink, copper, pink, copper, pink, copper. And then we get into the face pans. Starting with the top left, we have the shade Weirdo, and this is a blush. Then the shade Opening Act, which is a bronzer. Then the shade Boy Next Door, which is a highlighter. Then the shade Glass Slipper, which is also a blush. So Weirdo, blush, Opening Act, bronzer, Boy Next Door, highlighter, and Glass Slipper blush. Well, you can't really see any of those. I guess you kind of can, it's just hard to see. Okay, now that everything has been swatched, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting them on my face. As you can see, I have done all of my base makeup so that we could use everything that was in this palette. I don't know how deep this bronzer is gonna be on me, so I didn't do any contouring or bronzing because I didn't know if it was gonna be like so dark that it acted as a contour. So we're gonna try it out and give it a shot, see what it's like. I'm starting out by going into the shade Opening Act right here with my Morphe M462. You know, the first time I built one of these palettes, that's when I got all the shades that I thought would be like the perfect palette for me. So I feel like that one has more of the shades that are like made for what I want to create whenever it comes to a full face of makeup. But this is like an expansion of that. The ultimate goal eventually is to build a palette that pretty much can give me every look that I would want to make just with the ColourPop items I have. So I'm kind of just building upon the first one and adding more as I go. Usually most bronzers that I use end up having a little orange in them that give them some warmth. So I'm kind of curious to see how this one acts. I don't think it has any orange in it, like at all. This almost like disappears on my face. I can see it, I can tell it's like right there. It's just not very prominent. This is like that springtime tan. Like you just started getting out of the house just enough right in spring to where you maybe start getting a little bit of warmth to your skin, but you still have that whole winter vibe, like you've been a vampire all winter. So pretty much me. You know, it is kind of nice though because this bronzer is just like 1 or 2 shades darker than I am. It's adding just enough dimension. It's not too much, it's not crazy. This is like kind of a light, perfect everyday kind of vibe. Okay, so that is my skin pretty much bronzed up. Obviously it's not a whole lot of bronzing. It deepened up around the edges a little bit, like it barely warmed me up, but not a whole lot. So it's subtle. I kind of like it. I think why I like it so much is that it's actually a bronzer and not a contour. Now that I've bronzed with the ColourPop shade, I'm gonna go into my Cover FX Perfector face palette and go into the contour shade called Shadow, just to deepen up some of the edges where it's not as dark as I would like it to be. Since I don't really have a plan for the eye look yet, I'm gonna go ahead and just go into Weirdo, the blush here, with my Morphe M104. I feel like Weirdo is more of a subtle blush than Glass Slipper is, and I feel like this is gonna go more with any look. Since I don't know the eye look, Weirdo is more of a safe bet. Maybe, I mean, who knows, I could use it and it end up being completely not safe. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, it's so warm and rosy. Oh, I really love this blush. It fits my skin tone really well. Okay, and now I'm gonna take my Morphe M310 fan brush into the shade Boy Next Door. That's the highlighter. This is my favorite part. I love highlighters. Ooh, wow. That's really, really pretty. It's subtle at first. Can you even see it? Oh yeah, you can see it. See, right now it's just like a light sheen. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Oh, I love that. Boy Next Door is kind of hot. Get it? Because that's a shade name. I feel like the brush might be inhibiting me a little bit. I'm actually gonna go in with my Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush and see if I can't build this up any more to make it pack a little bit more of a punch. This is good for every day. It's not like a ridiculous highlighter, but I kind of want a ridiculous highlighter right now. I want to be beaming. Yeah, that's what I want. Just like that. Okay, so now I know. Fan brush for lighter, more natural application. Luxie 522 for not natural, lighter application. See, to me, there is just nothing like a blinding highlight. Except Kit Kat bars. Kit Kat bars could come close to that feeling of happiness. Okay, I do believe my face makeup is completely complete. So that means it's time for eyes. Oh, I'm feeling cute. That highlighter though. First, I'm gonna use my P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade Rumor 01. My P. Louise base is now blended out, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the shade Say I Do up here with my Morphe R35 blending brush, and I'm just gonna put this everywhere just to kind of set all of the base so that it's not wet and tacky anymore. Now I'm going to take my Morphe R37 blending brush into the shade Going Steady. I think I might work with reds, golds, and browns today. I feel like that would be a pretty look to make. And I feel like it's been a while since I've been color neutral. I don't know if this is particularly going neutral, but I just think the look's going to be toned down a little bit from my normal color range. And I'm gonna try to keep this eye look relatively simple so that we're not here all night. I'm really liking this so far. And now on a Morphe M433, I'm gonna take the shade Feathered, the dark brown, and put that only in the crease. And I'm really just trying to deepen up the plum shade here. It's already pretty dark, but I wanna try and use as many shades as I can and still make the look good, essentially. Those went together so beautifully. See how that plum turns into that brown now? Now I'm just gonna take a clean Morphe M330 and go around the edges of Going Steady and just blend them out a little bit so that it's a little more blown out, I guess, rather than such a hard line. Now I'm gonna go back in with my R37 with the same shade and just pack a little more on the outside just to kind of bring that color back since I lost a little bit as I added the shade Feathered. Okay, I'm happy with that now. So now that the crease is all done and I feel ready to move on to the lid shades, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this over here and I will be right back. And before I move on to the lid, I'm gonna take the Morphe M330, the one that I was using to blend out Going Steady. I'm gonna use this with some Say I Do shade, this one, to blend out that purple on the outer edges even more. I just really wanna make sure that those edges are super smooth and that there's a really nice gradient between my skin tone and that shade. Now that I have all of the crease shades applied and blended out, I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and clean a little bit of the excess shadow off of my lid so it's not so built up on there. I'm gonna take my Morphe M204 flat blending packer brush, and this time I'm gonna go into the shade Thank You Next, that beautiful duochrome, and put that one all over my lid. I feel like with that copperiness it has, it's gonna go nicely with the brown that's in the crease and maybe like kind of tie all in together. I don't know, we'll find out. Actually, first, before I do that, I'm gonna take the tiniest bit of concealer and put that on my lid just to make it a little bit tacky and get it ready for that shadow to stick to. I don't want to go quite as hard as cut crease. I just want to have a little bit of a clean slate there. Kind of like a spotlight, I guess. That spotlight got particularly large. That's funny. Oh wow, that is a gorgeous color. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see that? Here, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Now, can you see that a little bit better? Oh, that's like a red, brown, pink. I love that. How is that with the rest of the look? Does it actually fit with it? I don't know, kind of, maybe. You know, that's really good for going right on top of concealer too. I didn't spray the brush or anything. That's just coming directly from the pan to my eye. And I'm tapping off the excess too. Granted, it's not like super foiled upon the first application, but it's putting down pigment. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, let me zoom you back out. Now I'm just gonna take my M433 brush. This is the one that had the brown on it, and just go at the edges of that shade just to blend it into the crease a little bit on the outer edge. Now I am gonna go ahead and put on some eyeliner, eyelashes, and mascara. Come back with the completely finished look and let you know what I think about this palette again. Wait, I lied. I actually wanna take my Morphe E36 inner corner highlight brush. You know I can't forget about an inner corner highlight. And go into the shade On a Whimsy, the bright silver. Beautiful color. And put that on my inner corner. I'm dead. Yes. I love that as an inner corner highlight. That is gorgeous. And you know what? We're here anyway, so why not? Let's take the shade Formation, the bright teal color, with my Luxie 121 mini tapered brush. And I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. Just because I haven't used this shade yet, and it's different, and I don't know if it's gonna fight with everything or work with everything, but whatever, we're gonna find out. Was it a terrible decision? Maybe I can take a clean brush and blend the edges out and it might not be so bad. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have added that on my lower lash line, but now I have to do the same thing on the other side, so I'm going to. You know, I'm actually gonna take my Luxie 141 mini round brush, it's like the teeniest, tiniest round brush, and go back into the shade Going Steady right here, the plummy one that I have all over my crease. I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line with this blue shade and maybe try and make it fit all together and see if that works. I just feel like that blue kind of got everything a little bit disconnected and I want to bring it back together. I'm gonna put this even closer to my lash line though, so that blue can kind of still be apparent. Yay, that worked. Okay, I like that a lot. Woohoo! Okay, so now officially, I'm going to go put on mascara, lashes, and some liner, and probably a lipstick as well, and I will be right back. And I am back with the final look. As you see, these are Lily lashes in the style Gaia, and I also use the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and the Benefit Roller Liner for my little wing I got. And for the lips, I used the Gerard Cosmetics lip pencil in the shade Ecstasy with the Hydra Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Adam and Eve with the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Dreamaholic, which is gorgeous. And this is everything all together. Ultimately, I am very impressed with this palette because it brought everything together. It's just the eye look with the blush, with the bronzer, it just all works. Of course, I'm the one who custom picked the shades that went in it. There's not really too big of a chance that it won't. So obviously, I think for my own personal review, I'm gonna have to give this a definite recommend. Honestly though, like for 36 bucks to get 8 eyeshadows and 4 face pans is a really good deal, and they're really great quality. So far with both of the build your own palettes that I've made with ColourPop, I've loved every shade that's been in it. Of course I picked the shades, but quality wise I have loved every shade that I've gotten out of it, and I'm really happy with both of them. I am super stoked about adding continuous shades to my collection, not only for the fact that you're getting single pans that you can build up into whatever you want, but for the fact that even the palettes that you get just like this are super cute, and the fact that you can just keep ordering the build your own palettes over and over again You could build up a whole custom kit in no time. Plus the fact that ColourPop offers Afterpay, so that $36 can be paid out over the course of 4 weeks. So you don't even have to pay the $36 all at once. So obviously I'm kind of biased because I love ColourPop, period, but this is a really great deal, and I think everybody should at least try ColourPop once in your life if you haven't. Anyway guys, obviously I stan. I hope that you might have a chance to give them a shot. If you have never bought anything from ColourPop, I do have an affiliate code below. It's not really an affiliate code because I'm not technically an affiliate. It's just because I've ordered from them, so they give me a code just like anybody else does. If you haven't created an account, you can use that link and you get $5 off your order and I get $5 off my order. If you have placed an order on ColourPop, it won't work. And it's not a big deal if you use that or not. I really don't mind, but if you wanna, it's there. I wanna thank you guys so much for hanging out with me one more time, and I hope that you had fun. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up down there so that I can know that you enjoyed this video. And if you did not enjoy this video, then please leave me a thumbs up as well to let me know that you didn't like this video. Also, if you wanna hang out with me again, don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below and the notification bell right beside that. That way you can be alerted every single time I upload a new video, because why wouldn't you want to hang out with me? You know, I'm not that bad. Depends on the day, really, but most of the time I'm not that bad. I feel like I'm pretty normal, I guess. No, I'm not. I'm not normal at all. What am I talking about? Anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna go now. It's getting late. It's almost my bedtime. I do want to let you guys know though that if you want to see this look and more looks like it, you can actually follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat if you'd like. My username is literally the same for everything. It's just at ChristopherJMUA or ChristopherJMUA. It doesn't have the at in front of it everywhere. But if you gain nothing else from coming to my channel, at least gain this, and that is to always remember and never forget that you're beautiful. Bye guys.